dear students, welcome back once again to this video tutorial. As explained earlier in the previous video tutorial of chapter 6, I'll be taking one more topic in this video tutorial, and that is archive. So in chapter 6, the graphic presentation, we are supposed to study histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, and archive. So in the previous video tutorial, I finished histogram, frequency polygon, and frequency curve, and in this video tutorial we'll be studying about archive. So here in archive we have to calculate cumulative frequency on both less than and more than basis. So here when we talk about less than, first let's study less than, and after that we'll plot the points and make a graph, and after that we'll study more than and we'll plot the points, and then we will be done with archive in both less than and more than basis. So the first one, these are the frequency. If you look into the textbook, question number 5, page number 221, question number 5, if you see the less than and more than basis, the class interval you see here is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. So when we talk about less than, we have to mostly focus in the upper limit. Okay, so it cannot be less than 0. It has to be less than 10. So we write here less than 10. Okay, less than 10, less than 20. So here you keep on doing that and you write less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, less than 50, and less than 60. So as mentioned in the beginning, that in archive we have to calculate cumulative frequency. So you have to add up the cumulative frequency. In less than basis, you have to start adding up from here. The first one, as it is, we will write 6. After that, you add up 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 10 is 25. 25 plus 12 is 37. And 37 plus 3 is 40. So this is our less than cumulative frequency. Now, in order to plot the point, we also need coordinates for both x-axis and y-axis. So let's first put the x-axis first. So here, we have written down here as less than 10, right? So we have to write here. You can just write coordinates. So here, less than 10, we have to write here as 10 and 6. So next is 20. 20 and 10. So here you'll be taking not this frequency, but you will be taking the cumulative frequency. Okay, similarly you just write down here 30 and 15. 40 and 25. 50 and 37. And lastly 60 and 40. So this is our less than. So let us put this coordinates in a points in our graph. So here this is the graph. So here what we have to do here is we have to plot the points. Okay, so in less than 10, what do we have? Less than 10, if you see, less than 10 is 6. Less than 10 is 6. So our 5 is here, so 6 will be somewhere here. So you just make a dot like this. Okay, let's take the bigger one. And let's make a dot here. This is 6. Now, next is less than 20, right? So less than 20, what do we have? Less than 20 is 10. So less than 20 is here. 10. All right. So less than 30, what is less than 30? Less than 30 is 15. Less than 30 is 15. So let's plot the point here. All right. Next, less than 40 is 25. Less than 40 is 25. So 25 is somewhere here. It is here. Now Less than 50 is 37. Less than 50 is 37. So 30 is here, 35 is here. 7, it will be somewhere here. And less than 60 is 40. It will be somewhere here. Okay. So what I've done here is I haven't explained to you about the x's that I've taken here. So let's just do this one first. Okay, so this is x-axis, this is x-axis, and this is y-axis. So in less than, you can write here, if you want to write less than archive. So here in x-axis we have what? We're taking x-axis as marks. So you can write down here x-axis is marks. Okay, y-axis we have taken number of students. So you write down here number of students. Now let's also write down the scale here. So for x-axis we have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. So we can just write 1 centimeter or 1 unit is equal to 10 marks. And for y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students. Now what we have to do is we have to join these points. Alright, so let's do that. Let's use a different color. Okay, so this is our less than archive. So now here, now we also have to make more than, right? So let's just remove this one because we're going to put both more than and less than in one graph only. So now let's make the table. This is our less than archive. Okay, so now we're going to make a more than archive table for that. So here, now when we talk about more than, we have to do this one. We have to take the lower limit side. Okay, it cannot be, because if you take it more than 10, then you're left with 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? So if you're, when we talk about more than, we always take the lower limit points. So here more than, you can write it down here, more than 0, more than 10. So more than 20, more than 30, more than 40, and more than 50. Now here what we do is we have to calculate our cumulative frequency from here. Okay, you start adding from here. First is 3 plus 12 is 15, 15 plus 10 is 25, 25 plus 5 is 30, 30 plus 4 is 34, and 34 plus 6 is 40. So you start adding from the downside like this. Okay, for less than, you start adding from upside, from here, and you go down for less than. When we talk about more than, you start adding from here, niche se, and then you go up. Okay, that's how we find the cumulative frequency for more than. Now we also have to make the coordinates. So let's write the coordinates here. Coordinates. So here more than 0 is 40, more than 10 is 34, more than 20 is 30, more than 30 is 25, more than 40 is 15, and more than 50 is 3. So now we'll be plotting this point in the same graph. Okay, here more than 0 is 40. So more than 0 is 40. So you have to plot your points here. Let's take a different color. Let's take this First, let's plot it with red color. So our first plot is here, 40. Next, more than 10 is 34. More than 10 is 34. So 35 is here, so 34 should be somewhere here. Okay. More than 20 is 30. More than 20 is 30. So 30 is here. More than 30 is 25. More than 30 is 25. Yeah. More than 40 is 15. More than 40 is 15. Here. Lastly, more than 50 is 3. More than 50 is 3. So 5 is here, so 3 should be somewhere here. Yeah. So now what you have to do, you have to plot join these lines. So let's take a different color to join this. Let's take yellow, and let's check the change the graph here. All right, so this is our points. This is our more than and less than or guide. So what we can do right now is we can just, if you can plot the point here. Let's first write down. We're actually supposed to write it down from the beginning itself, but then no worries, we can just write it down now also. We can write down here, this is 10 and 6. Next coordinate, this is more than 20 and 10. Next, this coordinate, it is 30 and 15. Next coordinate, 40 and 25. Next coordinate, it is 50 and 37. And lastly, this is 60 and 40. So we can just write like this. This is less than or guide. Okay, so now let's plot the point for more than. So more than is 0. More than 0 is 40. Yeah, more than 10, it is how much? 34. More than 20, it is 30. More than 30, it is 25. More than 40, it is 15. And more than 50, it is 3. I hope I'm right. Yeah, 34, 30, 25, 15, 3. 40, 34, 30, 25, 15, 3. Yeah. So here you can just make a line here, and you can say that this is, you can just make a line here and write this is more than or guide. Okay, so this is how we make the Ogai graph. So with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial for this chapter, and the remaining questions, the similar kind of question, that is question number 4, question number 4, and question number 6. I'll just write it down here. Question number 4 and question number 6 are your homework. Okay, so both you have to make in, although it's not given in the question for question number 4 to prepare in either less than or more than, so you have to prepare in both less than and more than basis, and also for question number 6 that is both less than and more than or guide. Okay, so with this we have come to the end of this tutorial. Please watch the tutorial and make notes of yourself. Write down first, watch it, and after that you try to do it, all the sums that I've done in the tutorial in your notebook. I'll be checking your notebook very soon. All right, so yeah, this is it. So take care, and I'll see you all in the next tutorial.